Hi everyone, my name is Leah and I am a life and career transition coach. Today I want to talk about how to make a career change and some really inspiring strategies to make your transition from one career to the next as seamless and smooth and successful as possible. So let's get started. The power of self-assessment. I think this is what I need to begin with every time when I have a client who comes to me wanting a career change. We have to look inward. We have to look at what our new values are. What are the things that we're good at? What are our weaknesses? We have to be really honest with the way that we assess what we bring to the table in terms of skills, in terms of knowledge, education, experience, you name it. So to have a really good self-assessment practice is foundational to having a good career transition. I think that oftentimes when I speak to people who are looking to make career transitions, they find themselves making the leap from one career to the next, sort of guessing that maybe they'll be happier at the new career. And I think sometimes we can end up, finding a good fit this way, but more often than not, I see people in the same exact position feeling unfulfilled, burnt out, unhappy for whatever reason a couple years down the road in their new career. So in order to make sure we don't have this cycle repeat itself with every career we choose, we need to be really discerning and intentional about what it is that we do going forward. And this starts with a really good, honest look at ourselves and a powerful self-assessment practice. You can get books like Strengths Finder, you can hire a coach. These are all things that are really good to help you see parts of yourself that you may not be seeing. The next thing I want to talk about is exploring new possibilities. So what I mean by this is don't put yourself into a box. When you're thinking about making a career change, sometimes I think we automatically have this idea of the list of careers that are available to us. And you would be surprised if you just opened your mind a little bit more to the possibility that maybe the career that is best suited for you isn't something that you're even aware of yet. Maybe looking at different avenues of using, all of the strengths that you find kind of blended together. Maybe there's a middle ground for what it is that you're looking for. Maybe just certain jobs that are in different parts of a company that you haven't even attempted to look at. So when you're exploring new opportunities and new pathways, you have to have a really open mind, a curious mind to ideas and roles that maybe you haven't really thought of yet. And you can start with this sort of curious mindset by looking into, obviously Googling, but also talking to different people, gathering more information, reading different books. So this is more of an exploration process. And I think that you'd be, like I said, surprised to know that there's a lot of different opportunities out there that you haven't even thought of. Once you find an opportunity that does feel like a good fit, you'll need to do this next step, which is addressing skill gaps. So do you need to get more education? Do you need to get a certification? Do you need to do some training? Is there a different job that would be a good stepping stone for you so that you can get more experience in the field that you're wanting to go into? These are all things to consider. So making a transition in a career sometimes takes more time because we have to gather more skills and experience for ourselves to find the path to end up, at the destination that we want to end up at. The next thing is goal setting. So this is huge. I think a lot of people like to skip to this step to goal setting. But I think once you've done the other steps that I've mentioned, then goal setting can be really great because that's when you're looking to implement different actions. So clear, achievable, SMART goals are the way to go. It's a tried and true method when it comes to making sure that you're staying on track and you're progressing forward. So make sure that whenever you are setting new goals for yourself, they're clear, they're actionable, they're small stepping stones forward, and they're not too far off in the distance that they will overwhelm you. So what's the next best step? And along with this goes creating a good action plan. So that's the next step here. The action plan is sort of that elongated version of all of your goals combined. So once you have a clear idea of what it is that you want to do, you've self-assessed, you've figured out your strengths and weaknesses, you've explored different job options, you've gathered, okay, I need to look at going back to school, or what needs to be done, then you can create that long action plan and set up your little goals intermittently that you can start to execute on. So having a really clear, developed, detailed action plan is key. And all of these things are things that Career Coach, that we at Life Remade help people with. So staying on track sometimes requires some accountability, and that's totally okay. But making sure that you have the support set up, because the last thing I will talk about is that there are so many challenges, fears, doubts when it comes to making a big change in life, especially a career change. And a lot of times people will chicken out. People will start having imposter syndrome. They'll start questioning, is this the right move for me after all? Like, what am I really doing, making this change? And it requires a lot of resilience. So making sure that you have the emotional capacity, you have the support, you are able to maintain a positive outlook when obstacles come up, because they will. It may not be an easy path forward at first. So making sure that you prepare yourself emotionally and mentally for the journey to having this great, successful transition in your career. So I hope this was helpful. And if you'd like another resource, we've created a career change blueprint, which gives you the essential steps for a successful transition that you can use and download using the link. All right, thank you, take care, and good luck.